Hey, if you subscribe to this channel, you're going to get 2 free recipes every week. But that's not the whole story. A lot of these recipes are what I call condiments. Condiments like ketchup, mustard. Now this recipe isn't about ketchup or mustard. It's about sesame sauce. Sesame sauce is great. You can put it on literally anything. It's wonderful. Sesame, healthy. It's got a little bit of fatness, so be careful. Can't just drink a gallon of it. But it is very delicious, very easy. There's no cooking involved. Tastes wonderful. I'm going to show you a famous dish to make with it. But you can really use it so many things. Have this recipe in your repertoire. And anything you make, you serve the sauce with it or drizzle on top, becomes a wonderful gourmet treat. So let's get cooking right away. Hey, this thing here came with my blender. I never know what to use it for, but this recipe perfect because we're only making a couple of cups of this sauce. So this size blender is perfect. Hey, you can use a bigger blender if you want. You can use a food processor if you want. Whatever you like, you can use. You can even use a bowl and kind of just mix it up. You could do that too. Hey, this recipe is all about the sesame, right? And the sesame we're going to use is sesame tahini. Great stuff. 6 tablespoons. Okay, we got the sesame in there. Now we have to season that up. Make it really good. Very nicely flavored. All right, first we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Why are we going to add sugar? Because we're also adding 2 tablespoons of vinegar. I got white vinegar here. You can use rice vinegar. The important thing is the amount of acid in the vinegar. Okay, so white vinegar, rice vinegar, cider vinegar, it's all the same tartness. So whichever one you want to use, you can use. But important to know, 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Sesame oil. It's going to give it even more sesame flavor. We're going to add some sesame oil. How much? Only a ½ a teaspoon. That's pretty potent. Soy sauce. It's going to give us our salt. Okay? Soy sauce. We're only going to add 2 tablespoons soy sauce. Now for more salt and a little bit of flavoring, we're going to add some miso. Okay, I use red miso. And miso is fermented soybean paste. It's got a lot of salt in it. And it's got a great fermented flavor. I'm going to add a ½ a teaspoon. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of rice wine. Hey, almost all Chinese cooking has some garlic in it. So I'm going to add some garlic to this. Now all I have to do with this garlic is give it a good crush like that. Watch this. You ready? There you go. Crush it good so it'll puree nice in here. The last thing I'm going to add is 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. That's right, mayonnaise. There is a Japanese mayonnaise you can use. I just use regular Hellmann's. That's fine. 1/4 cup. You ready? Hey, that's it. That's the sauce. Now we're going to do something a little special with this. Okay, now we're going to take this sauce today and we're going to make sesame noodle, okay? And that's one thing you could do with it. There's so many more things you can do with this. So for today I'm going to make sesame noodle. But hey, even if you just have like a tray of crudité, a tray of raw vegetables, use this as a dip. It's fantastic. Chicken wings, Chinese chicken wings, okay? Use that as a dip. Teriyaki grilled chicken. Drizzle a little bit on top. It's a wonderful sauce for so many things. Today, sesame noodle. Let's get cooking again. So I want to thin this out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of vegetable broth. Because this noodle's made of starch, it's going to thicken this up a little bit. The noodle's going to absorb this sauce. It's going to thicken it up. Okay, that's the consistency of pancake batter. See that? Looks like pancake batter. Okay, that's perfect. Hey, don't forget to taste it. That's delicious. Hey, check out this water. Boiling. You put about a tablespoon of salt in there. Okay, it's about a gallon of water. Now we have rice noodle, vermicelli rice noodle. What's vermicelli? Vermicelli is just very thin spaghetti. We're going to put it in the water. We're going to move it around a little bit. And it's going to cook it here for about 4 minutes until it's like pasta. I like it cooked. I don't like it too al dente because I'm serving it cold. I got this rice vermicelli at a Chinese grocery store. Maybe you don't have one near you. Hey, no problem. I like to use fettuccine for this if I don't have vermicelli. Fettuccine is a pasta that goes very well with creamy sauces, and this dressing's kind of creamy, so I use fettuccine if I don't have the rice vermicelli. This is classic. This is wonderful. Cook this for 4 minutes. Then I'm going to drain it and rinse it, and it's ready to go. Hey, while the vermicelli's cooking, I'm going to get my dressing all ready. When that vermicelli's ready, so am I. First thing I'm going to do is just take that dressing I made already. Remember that dressing? I'm going to take that and pour it into this bowl. Hey, I got some cilantro here. I washed it, shook it dry, and now I'm going to slice it into chiffonade. Very nice and thin. See that? Very nice and thin. I'm going to use about 1/2 cup. I like a lot of cilantro. What can I tell you? There you go. That looks beautiful. Put it right in the dressing. I'm going to do the same thing with scallion. Slice it. Nice and thin. About 1/2 cup. I threw all that together. My dressing is ready. And let's strain out the vermicelli. Hey, the vermicelli is beautiful. Take a look at that. Wonderful. Now what I want to do with this before I add it to my dressing, I just want to run a knife through it quickly. For me, it's not comfortable to eat the long strands of pasta. These strands are like really long. Hey, some of them are. Look at that. Look at that. It's too long. I'm going to have to slurp it up. Not comfortable. So I cut it a little bit. Just 1, 2. That's it. And it's just easier to eat that way. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. You can cut it. Don't cut it more than that. Now we want to throw it in with the dressing. Look at those noodles. They're beautiful. Hey, tonight I'm going to be serving some roasted vegetable on top. Maybe a little bit of sliced ahi tuna. Fantastic. I'm going to put a picture at the end of the video. You're going to love it, okay? So, this is great. I'm going to have a great dinner tonight. You know what we're going to have afterwards? Some of my chickpea cookies. Because that's got sesame in it too. Wonderful ingredient. Check out that video. You're going to love it. I'll see you there.